Downtown Indy, heading over to the track. I came from Colorado last night. Had to take a Alka-Seltzer PM, almost my turn, to put myself to sleep because I literally feel like today is Christmas and yesterday was Christmas Eve.
7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Jimmie Johnson finally got to get in an Indycar and test out one of those things. He's been trying for a while now. His first test, I think, was scheduled to be in April, and then the big Rona hit, so he couldn't. And then he was going to do it after the Brickyard 400, but he got the big Rona, so they had to push it back again. And then finally this week, Jimmie Johnson has gotten on track at Indianapolis on the Indianapolis road course, and he has run some test laps. That's right, some test laps in the Chip Ganassi Racing number 10, normally driven by, let's see, I can't pronounce his name, so I'm going to have to speak this out. Felix Rosenquist. I'm pronouncing that wrong, but he got in the Chip Ganassi Racing car. He was there himself. I think Chip Ganassi was there. And also Scott Dixon. Scott Dixon, for what I know, is a very successful IndyCar racer. I think he's one of the winningest drivers or something. He's won a couple races this year. I know that for a fact. Won at Texas for sure. I know that. But yeah, I know he's had a lot of success in the IndyCar, so I'm sure that Jimmie Johnson was listening to him a lot. Jimmie Johnson has expressed interest in racing in different forms after his NASCAR Cup Series career, obviously ending after the 2020 season for Jimmie. And IndyCar has been one of those destinations he wants to go. He wants to go race in IndyCar. He has made it clear that he wants to race at the road courses. Him and his wife have decided that he should not race at ovals. Oval racing in IndyCar is very dangerous, so he has not wanted to do that. But I did see somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, I swore I saw somewhere yesterday that he wants to do the Indy 500, but obviously he's not sure if he will, just because of his family and that kind of stuff, but who knows. But obviously he turned some laps yesterday. Here's the information. Obviously Scott Dixon helped out Jimmie talking about the car and stuff. Obviously Indy cars and NASCAR stock cars are very different. The body is obviously very much different. You just look at them. I don't have to explain that. Stock cars are much heavier than Indy cars. Indy cars go much faster. They also race different types of tracks, different racing style. The steering wheel even is different for the drivers. The driving style, I'm sure, is different. The braking is different. I'm sure everything is different about those cars that I could talk about and just talk about, but you get the point. The cars are very different, so Jimmie had to drive it different than he would his number 48 Low or Ally Chevrolet. So yeah, he raced on the IMS road course. So Indianapolis, he did end up getting honored since he missed the Brickyard. He didn't get to get honored like he normally would for his last race there, but the track, I think president or someone, they gave him a nice little brick pallet of 4 bricks since he won the Brickyard 400 4 times. They gave him that. And then he went on and did his test or whatever. And he went approximately 120 laps, used 5 sets of tires, and did a number of stints that were 24 laps in length in honor of Jeff Gordon. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it was actually in honor of Jeff Gordon. That might just be the tire or fuel run that they run, but ran a lot of laps in an IndyCar. That's actually, wow, 120 laps. He got himself a good test day, I would say, in an IndyCar. It'll be interesting to see if he actually does get in a car next year and goes and enters in a race with Chip Ganassi Racing or another team. He's raced or he's not raced, but he has driven an open wheel car before. He drove Fernando Alonso's whatever car, I think McLaren, F1 car in Bahrain a couple of years ago when they did a car swap. So he has driven an open wheel car before. I'm not going to say he's an expert. I'm not going to say he absolutely sucks because I really don't know. I don't know how good his laps are. I don't know how he'll be against competitors. So it's really tough to say. But I would assume if he were to race, I think he would race with Chip Ganassi Racing since he just did a test with them, or he would do it with McLaren since he has connections with them, considering the F1 swap. But yeah, I think that's interesting. This could go a lot of ways for Jimmie. He could do IndyCar, obviously, if he wanted to. He could get in some races there with these teams. He could, I don't know if he could, but he could do F1 if he really wanted to, I'm sure. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But the transition from Jimmie NASCAR driver to Jimmie IndyCar might happen sooner than we expected. I don't think he'll go full-time IndyCar. As I said, ovals I don't think he'll do. But maybe a select races in the future. Go do some fun road courses he hasn't driven before, or some road courses he has driven before. You never know, but I think it'll be fun to see Jimmie go explore outside of NASCAR, his racing abilities, to see how he can do. And if he can win an IndyCar, wow, that would be impressive. But Jimmie Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, going to race in different series. Just wanted to let you know about that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed me talking about Jimmie for a minute, his different racing, his new racing adventures. We'll be talking about a bunch of stuff in the future. Random fact of the day, this is the 3-year anniversary of the channel. I didn't know that until I looked it up this morning because I don't know why, but it popped up and I was like, whoa, interesting fact of the day. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to share.